Hello, and welcome to our second PC tutorial on common ways to tell if you may have a virus. Now, there are many signs to keep a lookout when if you think you have a virus. A lot of people don't know them, unfortunately, and are unable to recognize them when they're right in front of them. So I'm going to give you guys some tips. In this video, we're going to go over the different types of signs that viruses typically show, where viruses come from, some examples of what a virus is going to look like visually to you. Sometimes a virus will actually pop up and say, hey, there's a virus on your computer. It's not always that easy. I'm going to give you guys examples of legitimate antiviruses that are out there in the market that I would recommend and that are legitimate. Some things that you can do to secure your computer and reduce the chances of you getting any kind of virus on your machine. Now, you'll never be 100% with any kind of protection, but there are definitely measures that you can take to prevent viruses and reduce the chances. And what kind of damage can viruses really do? So we're going to go through that all in this tutorial, and hopefully you'll be able to put that knowledge to the test when if you ever come across any of these things. So what kind of signs does a computer virus show? Well, some of the signs, the most common one would be your computer slowing down. So maybe your computer isn't as fast as it used to be. Maybe it takes a lot longer. Maybe it's just sudden. Maybe one day you just turn it on and instead of 5 minutes, it takes now 10 minutes for it to load up. It's ridiculous how many people don't know that when a computer slows down like that, there's obviously something wrong. I've seen computers from a couple old friends, and this is a while ago, and it would take the person about 30 minutes for the computer just to load up into Windows and for you to start using programs. And I'm like, and I told him, I said, listen, you probably have a virus. And he said, no, I don't think I have a virus. I have an antivirus. And just for the record, if you have an antivirus, it does not mean that you're 100% protected. That's the misconception for most people. Like, how did I get a virus? I have an antivirus. Isn't it supposed to block it? Well, the answer is yes and no. An antivirus will, if you have an active running antivirus, it's going to be protecting you real time. You also have to do your part to maintain it and tell it what to do if you don't have it to automatically scan and update your computer and remove any of infections. So that's one way for you to tell. If you notice your computer is acting a lot slower than usual. Also, another common way is if you start looking through your programs, you go to all programs on here and you notice that there's new programs on here that you did not install. Sometimes viruses, once they are on your machine, they will actually start installing other downloadware and Trojans, and they're just going to keep spreading throughout your machine. Sometimes they'll be in the form of like a free poker game, and you just keep getting new and new program. Now, it's not as easy as going to the uninstallation of program. Sometimes you'll be able to see it on here and uninstall it, but that's not always the case. Very few times a virus will actually be listed under here for you to uninstall it. They never make it that easy for you, and it's not always that easy. So if you notice programs just keep popping up, just keep adding up, and you're 100% sure it's not you installing them, then you may possibly have a virus. Another way would be if you're getting a lot of pop-ups. If you're on the internet and there's certain pop-ups that are designed to cater to you. Not all of them do the same type of damage. Not all viruses are made equal and the same. But sometimes you'll be maybe looking up some cars or looking up computers, and then you start getting pop-ups on computers and cars. That's a way for them to, that's pretty much a company that's made a program on your computer. And by the way, viruses are programs. They are just designed to run a little bit more stealth majority of the time. So just letting you guys know that viruses are programs. And that's the most common way. Pop-ups, you get non-stop pop-ups. Sometimes you can't even browse the internet without a little window popping up. That is the most common way. And another thing I'm going to talk about is sometimes these viruses will come in the form of fake antiviruses. There's a lot of fake ones out there that look pretty legitimate. I'm going to show you guys a couple on here really quick. And let's see what we have here. Antivirus 2010, stay protected from the latest threats. So these are, I'm going to go through a slideshow of these right now, a couple. and these are actually fake antiviruses. The reason they're fake, they're referred to as rogue anti-spyware programs, and this is an actual virus that's popping up on your computer, and it's letting you, hey, you're infected, you need to purchase this. And as soon as you purchase it, it doesn't even get rid of the virus a majority of the time. It'll still be on your machine. You just wasted money, you just gave your information to someone, and it's never good. So you have to stay sharp when you're using your computer, especially on the internet, because there are people that are going to think that stuff like this is real. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes these fake antiviruses look better than real antiviruses, so it's a little bit hard to tell at times. You will also get fake warning messages and error messages popping up on your Windows saying, warning, this is going on, you have a virus. So, once again, it is the virus telling you you have a virus. Antivirus suite, they come in, there's about thousands and thousands of variations of these fake antiviruses, so it's hard for me to name all of them. You have personal antivirus, total antivirus, warning. It looks like it's part of the security center for Windows. They even use the same little logo shield, but unfortunately it's not. And see, this is a website that redirects you for you to download the software, and they're all fraudulent. They're all 100% fake. And common way to tell if they're fake or not, a majority of these times they're going to be very persistent. A regular antivirus is going to remind you, hey, listen, your subscription expired, you need to renew it. But with these fake ones, it's going to do the same thing. It'll say, hey, you have a trial version, you need to purchase it. But it's not going to be as cooperative. It's going to keep popping on the middle of your screen. It's not going to let you close it. And at times, it'll actually close your internet connection. It won't let you surf internet websites to try to clean the virus. It'll sometimes even attack your antivirus directly, causing it to not do its job correctly. And the most common way to tell is if you get a window similar to these here, and like I said, there's variations of it, and it's restricting you from using your computer, that is how you know you have a virus. And a lot of people fail to recognize that it's a virus on the machine. Now, other things I'm going to talk about. Where do viruses come from? They come from all sorts of places. It's not just one place. I've seen them come in free programs you download, whether it's a free game, whether it's a program someone gave to you. Sometimes the virus will be bundled with the program. So you might think, hey, I downloaded a free poker game, but guess what? It might have been infected with a virus as well. There aren't too many reputable websites you can really download without you wondering whether it's infected or not. I mean, try to stick to the most common ones like CNET, and if you go to CNET, they have a lot of free downloads on there, and they're guaranteed to be virus free. They're always checking to make sure that they're virus free. So try to download somewhere reputable. Like I said, a lot of free things you download. Not everything is free in this world, and when you do get something free, the damage sometimes is not really worth what you get. You can also pretty much get a virus through an infected email attachment, whether it's a document that someone sent you, it's a picture. And yes, you heard right. You can get a virus through a picture. You have the virus and then you picture, and pretty much the person that's trying to infect people will bind them together, so it just looks like the picture. You open it up, the picture opens up, and guess what? If it had a virus and you don't have any kind of protection at all, you're kind of screwed. The virus just made its way on your computer, and you don't want that. You're probably wondering, what's the worst the virus can do? Well, like I said, there's different types of viruses, and they all do different things. There's viruses that are referred to as keyloggers, that any key you're typing, anything you're doing on your computer, they're monitoring you, every single thing you're doing. They're recording it and sending it to the person that infected you. This can mean they can steal passwords from your accounts, online bank accounts, your Facebook, email account. They have everything in the palm of their hands. Whether they decide to use it right away is up to them. But that would, like I said, be completely up to them. What they want to do with it, what their intentions are. Everyone's going to, there's not one single reason they do it. They do it for multiple reasons, these people that are infecting other people. But it can do anything from steal your pictures. Viruses can do